We are playing SpongeBob Idle Adventures. This is one of the games that you guys recommended and wanted me to start reviewing from one of yesterday's streams. So that's what we're doing. It says, do you have a Congregate account? Log in and get special gifts. We're not going to do that. Okay. So I said I wasn't going to register, but I went ahead and went ahead. We got 1,000 free Krabby Patties for doing that. So you might want to go in there and do that. So let's continue on. So far we're on I think it's the 3rd dimension level. And so far what we have here is when you start up in a map, you've got to start putting your cards in to work your whole map, and once your whole map starts working, you can go on to the next dimension. So we'll go ahead on to the free, and we've got one worker already going, which thus produces electricity to go to our dimension level. Now as you go there, you want to start hiring people, so we're going to put Patrick on here. Patrick doesn't want to work, I guess. It says now hiring level 1 worker, so we need a level 1 worker for this actually. Let's see, and we can actually auto generate if we want. I don't think we have anybody just yet actually for this. Oh no, my apologies. So we're going to put him in here and he'll start working this right here, but we need to get somebody to start carrying this down, so we're going to have Sandy come on down. And Sandy takes 4 electricity per on there. But we also need one on here, so we're going to put SpongeBob. And SpongeBob, if we look in here, his multiplier is 4 energy. So that's what he does by there. And he's got a critical chance of 2 with the other 2 levels not yet done. He's a classic collector. Why wouldn't he be a classic collector? He's the main lead of the game. Kind of makes sense, right? So as we get this, now we can see how SpongeBob is happily taking all the material to our dimension square, which will yet allow us to go on to the next map. Oh, we just missed a jellyfish. If you see a jellyfish, make sure you grab them. And looks like we have a free chest. So go down to the food mart too, and then you get to grab your free chest, which gives us blacksmith and sponge our dad, Don the whale, and we get primitive boy and Tug and Pinky Pearl and SpongeBob. So now that we got that, I think we could actually go in here now and upgrade a couple of our characters. Let's go home. Let's go down to our workers now, and we can actually level up quite a bit. And this is who we've got so far. So far we've got the blacksmith, which looks like he actually ups production speed. So actually what I kind of want to do, just to see, let's go ahead and put, look at all that. Make sure we click that. I'd actually kind of, in our next map, I'd like to actually put him up there and see if he produces more energy first. But I've already got them assigned, so we're kind of stuck with what we got. But now that we got those cards, we're trying to fill up our dimension. Up. There we go. And we can actually change it if we want to. We don't want to do that. But actually what I want to do, I kind of want to fire SpongeBob if I can. Let's see. No. Oh wait, no. The old man is. Let's see if we can catch up with SpongeBob. SpongeBob with his little wheelbarrow. Sending all that material down there. It's not letting me. I was hoping I could fire SpongeBob and see if our production rate would go up. But it doesn't look like we can do that. But while they're producing their stuff, let's go ahead and get this, and we can start leveling up our characters. We got 2 times level there. Ooh, 4 times now. Assigned critical chance, assigned business critical chance. Interesting, because I can't really think of how that would affect class education. Let's go ahead and rank them up. The 2 times rank up, and let's see what it does. Assign speed multiplier. And so far playing this game, the explanation is not the greatest of the game, but what's great about it is you have all your favorite characters that are in SpongeBob. And right now we've got a lot of common cards, and as we develop more in the game, we'll actually get better cards. But let's try to level them up so we can see if it really affects our production on here. I'm waiting to get to a map that it seems like will give us a strategy. Now here we have Bubble Bass, and he's a rare card. Now let's see what makes him all worker movement speed. So possibly if we put him on here, it would produce more for everybody. Residential class. This worker can also be hired in residential businesses. So that probably means we can hire Squidward up on the top. The residential areas up there, which we'll go up there here in a minute, guys. Look at old Squidward looking mad at to be like usual. Squidward always looking mad. But let's go down to the other cards that we have. So we have tons of cards that we can still get, and each of them have their own basic attributes, which kind of help the rest of the characters down here. We've got a lot of cards still. I'm wondering if we come down here we can see some legendary cards. These right here are epics. So we've got so far 3 level cards. These are rare. And then our greens that we were just looking at, guys, are common. So we've got a lot of commons so far. We don't have too many epics or rares. And as we get those, we'll look at those cards more. So, and it looks like we have every kind of character, SpongeBob, Squidward, that comes with the classic series. And then here we go with our legendary. So unfortunately, with it being locked, it's not going to tell us what it's going to do, which really stinks. But we've got a lot of cool characters that we're going to be unlocking over the next couple of weeks. And above legendary, we have mythic. Okay, so now I'm pretty excited. So while the game doesn't make too much sense to me, it does bring in some of our... Oh, there's our jellyfish. And our jellyfish gives us energy, so make sure you grab that energy. And as our guys keep producing, we want to keep upgrading our guys up. And now we can actually open up Shady Shoals Rest Home. Let's go ahead and we're going to assign somebody to work there. We should have probably put old man Jenkins in there since it's a residential home. I mean, come on, he looks so old. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and trust Patrick to take care of the old folks. I hope that he doesn't hurt nobody, to be honest. And I think, well, I don't think, but I just saw Patrick say, level me up. So we're going to go up here and we're going to go ahead and level good old Patrick up. Patrick's been working for us pretty well. And hopefully as we get into more of these maps, there's going to be a little bit more strategy into here. Yep, and he got a 4-time multiplier. And so far all we have for him is that he can also be hired in residential. He's got a multiplier of 6 energy that he produces. And his class is entertainment. So what that means, I can't really explain that to you. Which we'll try to go into that more as we start. We just started playing this yesterday, and he's got a full multiplier, 4 times multiplier. And let's go ahead and go back to our scene-up, and we've got another jellyfish. Make sure you grab those jellyfish. See all that energy I get from there? And let's keep upgrading all our stuff right here. And we've got another one that we can actually open up right up here, and that would be the Krusty Krab. And the Krusty Krab can only take a certain class. So if we look at it, it's got a spatula next to it. So all our spatula characters are the first ones that come up that are allowed to be in there. No others can be up there. So it is class specific on what you can put in there. Now the cool thing about this, we've got an actual rare that can go up there. And we're going to go ahead and assign Bubble Bass, because Bubble Bass gives all workers a movement speed of 98.98. So what I'm assuming that'll do is that'll make them move a lot faster. While we have Tom here who has a production multiplier of 10. So we're going to do one at a time. Let's also look at Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs, it doesn't really explain to us what Mr. Krabs does, so I'm kind of on the question with him, other than that he can work in a residential class also. So he's a character that's going to be put on more than just a restaurant. And then we have Tug, and Tug also has a business production speed of 1.05. So I'm assuming that only helps in businesses such as the Krusty Krab. So I want to go ahead and put a rare on there. So we're going to put Bubble Bass. And let's see what Bubble Bass does. And it would seem that they're not moving too much faster, but they are moving somewhat a little bit better. They still got the ×4 on there. And we slowly, as you can see, automated business. Assign workers that meet automation requirements. So we did that, and let's see what we got. We got a treasure chest. We got Scooter. We got another Patrick, and we got some Krabby Patties. You want to get those Krabby Patties because those help us upgrade our characters, guys. So we got that, and let's go all the way up here, and we can actually claim another one. The further you get up to your dimension square, the further you can get to the next area. So we got Miss Puff's a new one, and we got Tom the rare, and some more Krabby Patties. Cool. A lot to claim. Up. Let's see. And we finally hit our dimension square. Oh, we got Karen. That's cool. SpongeBob again for skill sets. And more Krabby Patties. So we're going to check out that Karen here in a minute. And let's get the rest. We got 5 gems, which you haven't used gems too much just yet. So before we open up our dimension square to go onto our new map, we're going to collect all these. So far what I like about this game, if you guys have noticed, we got another Bubble Bass rare and another Karen, which will help us upgrade them. We're not going to do a feedback yet, but yes, I am having quite a bit of fun. Let's go ahead and make sure we get all our... another Mr. Krabs and another Bubble Bass. And now that we've got all our production up, and it's going really well, we can go on to the next dimension. Let's go ahead and go, guys. And since we beat it, we got a Fred rare, a Larry epic, and a Scooter common, and then some Krabby Patties. So that's pretty cool. And we'll go on to our next map. Here we go, Warp. And so the point of the game so far is trying to get each business and each function open up for the next one. Day 7 rewards included cards +3 birthday SpongeBob. Current streak in the day 1. Okay, so we get that too. So if you guys notice, start playing this game, you get tons of rewards for free. So you don't really need to spend too much money unless you want to. Oh, we got it free here. So this one opens up, and this is Little Statch's Mustache School. And if you notice, we need energy to the rest of these. So in order to start to get energy, so basically what we're doing is we're powering one business onto the next business, or one residential onto the next residential. To get it all powered up, we want all these stations powered up, and then eventually it'll get us to our next dimension. So that's kind of the point of the game. But even before we begin there, let's go ahead and look at all our new stuff. We got Chocolate Bob, another very cool looking skin we've all seen from the video. Let's see what else we got new. We got Primitive Boy. I think we looked at the last map on that one actually. We got Karen, good old Plankton's wife. And Plankton actually has a class converter. So maybe she has the ability, and since we got 2 of her, we can actually level her up. Maybe she has the ability to change other classes to something you may or may not need. I don't know. We haven't used her yet. So we'll end up checking. And this one is class sport. And that would be Fred, a rare, which we got a common for Fred too. And then we finally got a rare Tom, which we had a common there. And he's a food character, which we could put him at like the Krusty Krab or Plankton's place. And then we got the epic Larry, which we all know Larry and like Larry. Larry's the one with big muscles. And he's a sport classic too. So when we run into him to see where he's going, we'll see where he goes, okay? So basically beginning of game, once you get into here, start leveling up your characters, and then the basis of the game is having one production line go on to another production line, meaning our mustache place will give production over here to our dimension square, which then Sandy's place will actually supply to our dimension square, and then you'll go up and fill out the rest of the businesses. Which, let's go ahead and start this one right here. So we've got little stashes, and little stashes is, if you guys notice, on top there's a symbol right there. It is a food specific character only that can actually get. And we're going to go ahead and use we're going to use Tom, and he has a production multiplier of 10. And that'll give us 10 extra material for this right here. And now we need somebody to actually take the material from Tom down to our next area. So we're going to go ahead and do Karen. Now Karen has a class converter. I don't know yet, so I don't know if I want to use Karen. But you know what? We'll go ahead and see what Karen does. Karen has a multiplier of 8, and there's Karen thinking, but Karen has no material. So see, each of these characters works on one another. So let's go ahead and give Karen supplies. In order to give Karen supplies, we have to hire somebody. And we're going to go ahead and hire SpongeBob, where SpongeBob will take the materials from the mustache place and take it down to Karen. Now Karen will be able to fuel up our dimension portal. Up. There's another jellyfish. Make sure you grab your jellyfish. So I think we can see a trend. Each of these work on one another. Oh, and we just got quite a bit of material. Now, if you don't have enough energy, you guys, you won't be able to supply each of your businesses. So make sure you do that and are leveling them up. Okay? It's a pretty simple mechanics on the game. Okay? The fun part about it is you guys get to have all our favorite SpongeBob characters that help one another. Not too hard of a game, is it? And we're going to go ahead and put up, this is where we can put our sports character. And our sports character, as you can see, there's a bottle of jelly over there. And we all know who likes catching jellyfish. That would be good old SpongeBob. But that's where our sports characters come in place, and only sports specific. And the cool thing is we have an epic Larry that can actually do that. So we're going to go ahead and put Larry in there. He's got a production multiplier of 15. That'll add on to there. So that's actually pretty good. Now Larry is hired. Now the cool thing about this, once you hire them, the game basically runs by itself. And then as it does, you get to collect all the plethora of stuff. We got another Sandy, and we got another Patrick, and some Krabby Patties. Now the Krabby Patties, guys, levels up your character, so you want to get that. Now even though we have assigned people on these other areas, we don't have enough energy to get the other areas opened up. Now in order to get the other areas up, if you guys see me keep touching the energy button, you have to upgrade each of these areas to produce more. So right now we got 31 plus 7. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. And now it's sitting at 38 production. We're going to go ahead and that one. And as you upgrade it, if you look in your energy bar, you'll have more coming in at the same time, which thus leads to more Krabby Patties. So, very fun game, hanging out with SpongeBob and the crew. Come out and join us, and we're going to do more as we get more cards. And, oh, there goes our Dimension Square. And as we get up there, we'll go on to new maps, and we'll keep on covering it. But like, subscribe, tell me what you'd like to see on here. So far, I like this game. I would say out of a 10, so far I would give this about a 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. It's fun. It has all our favorite SpongeBob characters, and watching SpongeBob kind of carry a wheelbarrow of stuff down to the next part is kind of enjoyable in itself. So, let's go ahead and upgrade these before we go ahead and let it idle. And the game is called Idle for a reason, because when you're not playing it, it's idling. So you gotta play it in order for it to upgrade, guys. But until we see the next one, I'm going to go ahead and finish this map, and then I will see you guys on for the next map. Like and subscribe.